Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Callie from Georgia, and my awesome cat in a harness. So I know that's really awesome, and you care about that so much. Today is like the best day for me personally. I think they're all great, but today we're introducing Mo, our featured writer. She has something for you that y'all are gonna be so shocked over. If you haven't seen her play yet, this is a little snippet of it. It's gonna make you want to go see it when it's back in Juneau. Hopefully, you're back in Anchorage if they can do that. And I can't wait for everyone to see it. Enjoy.
I'm Maureen Longworth, and these are selected scenes from my play, Blue Ticket. Big thanks to our actors, our creative team, production team, and film crew, and to UAS production team who made this video presentation possible, and Mike Moss, our composer, and Patricia Hull on music vocals. Blue Ticket, Fairies Out of Alaska.
Open up, Denikin, it's Chief Naaman. You know why I'm here. Your blue ticket, Mr. Pervert. Now you stay on the ferry all the way down to Washington and you never come back, you understand me? Now move it! Go on! Get in the car, Green Puff! One less deviant to deal with.
This is Juneau, my hometown. I graduated college and just moved back. It's 1963, so Alaska's only been a state 4 years now. We still have the old steamship, but the Alaska State Ferry started sailing here earlier this year. See, we live along these mountains coming out of the sea, landlocked on the North Pacific Rim. That means no roads, in or out. You have to come by boat or plane. Once here, everything eventually dead ends. We're the capital city with a population of about 10,000. Right down by the Red Dog Saloon is our police station. I just came from my first day of orientation with Uncle Bill, our new chief of police. Public safety position. He says I'll figure out the details as we go along. Now, grabbing a quick haircut at Guys and Dolls. Everybody's favorite. Richard, you here?
Look at you! Is it Captain Tommy now?
Not quite, I just started. My uncle did get me on his world though.
Well, sounds fancy.
My criminology degree. Just need a quick haircut. I guess it's a bad time, huh?
Not at all. Quiet down, guys. I have a customer.
Sorry, just a quick trim before dinner, but I can come back tomorrow.
Oh, don't be silly. Have a seat. The usual, or shall we give you a new look? How about a crew cut to go with that new job?
Just the usual, you know, so my empty spots don't show. It's worse.
Well, okay. We'll figure it out.
Come on in here, come on in here. Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, come on in here. It's the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call like you never heard before.
Police!
Ed, Richard is working.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I won't be long. Sorry, Tommy. Theater and rehearsing. You have a hot date tonight, Corporal.
Where would I get a hot date in Juneau?
You never know. We're bound to start taking notice at any time now.
Yeah, I'd rather just fade into the clouds, you know me.
I thought that might have changed while you were away. You must have met all kinds of new people.
Nah. So Richard, your friends.
Yeah, they're good guys. Just ignore them.
I never saw, you know, a guy like that dressed up as a girl. Only in the movies. He really looks like a girl.
Yeah. I did his makeup.
Oh.
Like I do at the theater.
Oh.
Julius, the guy inside, is an actor, and Ed, he just likes to dress up. Especially as Ethel Merman.
He kind of sounds like her.
Yeah, he's good. Performs at private parties and things. Just for fun, like in the movies. Nothing like a dame from South Pacific, stuff like that. We're just playing around. Celebrating Julius's new house.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Our little secret, Corporal. I'm working around those little bare spots. Not as bad as they feel because your hair hides them.
Thanks.
Now, I guarantee you a hot date.
Yeah. I've never even had a date, really.
Seriously. Even when you were away at college.
No, never met anyone. Just focused on school and you don't get to the top of your class by dating.
No, not necessarily. Maybe if you dated your tutor?
Ah, I was the tutor.
I guess you really didn't change at all out there. Thought you might have come home a little different.
Same old me. In fact, I'm meeting Gary for dinner tonight. My old roommate, just like old times. His ship just got back in.
Well, I'm sure Gary would agree. You are one good-looking guy in that uniform. Now for my magic spell aftershave. Voila. Out of hiding and into the Northern Lights, we have Corporal Tommy Naaman, the shining star, ready for everything.
You always make me laugh, Richard. I could have used your pep talks back in Chicago.
I'll cheer for you no matter what cloud you live on.
Thanks, Coach. Keep the change.
Wow.
Hey! A man in uniform. I never expected this.
I would have warned you, but neither did I. I just started.
Nice.
I'm only on a dinner break or I wouldn't have worn the costume.
Oh, looks good. Gosh, it's been a while. Welcome to my new pad. What have we got here?
I told you on the phone I'd bring dinner. Tommy's winter picnics to go. We deliver.
Meatloaf sandwiches?
Ketchup, no mustard, extra thick meat between fresh buns.
Just how I like it. You remembered. Thanks, bud.
Sure. Wow, nice place. A water view. It doesn't get much better than this.
Yeah, it's pretty swell.
You've really moved up since our days back in the dorms.
Anything would be a step up from Northwestern.
True.
Nice getting a paycheck. You'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hungry?
As usual.
No beer for me until I'm off the clock.
Right. Working you day and night?
Weird schedule. Oh. So, you like having your own place?
Yeah. Well, I've only had one other roommate since here.
God, was I that bad?
No, it wasn't you, buddy. You were the best. Just roommates are a hassle, you know.
Yeah, that's why I just live with my mom.
Hey,
Hey, I expected you a month ago, like you said in your letter.
sorry. No way to let you know. On our way back, our crew got called to help with the ship that went down.
Oh, I heard about that ship in the news. I guess saving some lives is a good excuse. So how's the Coast Guard treating you?
I love it. Good group of guys, perfect fit.
You're lucky.
How's your new job?
Too early to tell. I'm not really interested in police work, but it pays well, so I should be able to go to law school next year. Georgetown is still my dream.
Good for you. Never waver from that goal, do you? Yeah. Oh. Oh.
You know, I saw your ship dock and bought stuff for Meatloaf before you even called.
See, you are the best. What's been going on besides work? You seeing anyone since you moved back home?
No, I still haven't met a girl I'm interested in.
No? When I put in for this Coast Guard assignment, I worried you'd married some girl back in Chicago and become the big city boy. And I'd be the one up here in your little hometown. A total switcheroo. I wasn't sure if you were the marrying kind.
Never came close. Not yet, anyway. I mean, sure, everybody thinks about it. Only I've never had a serious girl. Maybe after law school. You're the one I thought would be married by now.
Are you kidding me?
You've had more girlfriends than any guy I've ever known.
They weren't girlfriends, just dates.
I saw the chicks flock all over you when you got that uniform.
No, none of them really interested me. Like it is with you, I suppose.
What is it they say? A girl in every port?
Yeah, that's not me. No girl ever. I'm more interested in this.
Gary, what are you doing?
Oh, I guess I shouldn't have.
I
You don't like it.
don't know. Have you ever done that before?
Yeah. Did I go overboard, buddy?
I've never even kissed a girl. Never expected. So, back at school when we were roommates.
You were my best friend. I didn't want to mess with you. Now it's different.
You messing with me?
No. I've been waiting for you.
I don't believe this.
Could have sworn you were flirting with me tonight.
No way!
Felt like you were giving me the green light.
I wouldn't know how to give a green light.
Comes naturally. You were giving me the green light.
Nothing comes naturally to me.
I've always thought you were perfect.
You surprised me. I need to think.
Don't overthink it, Professor. We can't tell anyone.
No, I wouldn't. There's nothing to tell.
Right. But about me, it'll be our secret.
I've got to get back to work. I'm going to be late.
Go get him, Copper.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I was thinking about my school friend, Dennis Peterson.
Were you saying a prayer for him, honey?
Not exactly. He was an altar boy with me. Do you remember him?
Well, yes. His family moved away while you were at Northwestern.
I always thought he'd become a priest.
I don't know.
Did you ever see him with a girlfriend, or do you think he was,
What?
I wonder if he became, like, a homo.
Tommy! Whatever made you say that?
Just a feeling. What would God do you think, if someone was homosexual? Someone religious?
Well, it's a mortal sin, you know that. Tommy, your hand, remember what the doctor said.
Sorry. But what about look not at our sins that they may be forgiven, but at our gifts that they may be received?
Yes, we read that at Mass every day.
So, wouldn't God have that attitude about being homosexual? Like, look at a person's gifts, if they're a good person.
Only if the sin was absolved in confession. You know God wouldn't overlook a mortal sin.
But what if he's a priest?
Tommy, don't be ridiculous.
Sometimes I close my eyes and pretend that I'm talking to Dad about stuff, you know.
Just like I taught you.
But I'll never be sure if I'm just making up his answers. I don't know what he'd really say.
Tommy, your dad is here watching over both of us, and I can tell you because I talk to him every day. Whenever I ask him for advice and he tells me, let's pray together like we used to when you were little, remember?
Yeah. But do you really hear him answer? I never heard his real voice like you did.
I do. I hear him, and he tells me he's so proud of you.
Ask him, Mom. Would someone's gifts outweigh their sins? I'm sure that's what he said to me. You ask him too.
Okay, we can ask him together.
Not now. I gotta go to work. See you, Mom.
The department store still doesn't know where he is. Just gone.
My actor friend Julius is gone now too.
Really?
The one with the British accent?
Right, he trained in London. The best actor we have in Juneau.
I hear he had a white Davenport.
A white Davenport?
Yes, imagine. White. A normal family would never have one.
I saw it. I was in his apartment for a cast party last year.
Maybe I don't know what that means.
A white Davenport. He's got a limp wrist, honey. A lot of guys like that in theater.
What do you mean?
Homosexuals like things like white Davenports. Here we say limp wrist for someone swishy. Julius is a bit swishy. We love him anyway.
Back in Europe, during the war, we saw this. People disappearing. My friends would vanish overnight. Their families gone. We kept moving, trying to get away from it. But it was the same everywhere we went.
Well, you're safe with us now, Helen. Marsh, did you hear that Julius bought that sweet house next door?
Yes, he told me he practically paid for it outright. Those queers have so much money. They don't have to spread it around a family like we do.
I love that house.
We just want a safe place to raise our girls. Don't you agree, Marge?
Of course. We want the best for our Judy. We heard the rumor about the music teacher.
What rumor?
He's next.
No, I would have heard something at the school.
He's grooming Judy for bigger things like I never had a chance for. And now they'll send him away, throw her dreams out the window, just like that.
No, they won't send him away. The students vote him their favorite teacher every year. Of course, he hasn't been here long. Came up from Oregon with modern ideas, I guess. Maybe it's his political science class they object to. Radical philosophies, I heard.
They say he's got a regular love nest in that teacher's rooming house. He hasn't had a date with a girl since he moved here.
Of course, if he was sent away, maybe I could be voted their favorite teacher. I've sacrificed my life for that school.
Giving never adds up to anything. You're old enough to know that now.
Oh, God, forgive me. May I not seek to be loved as to love.
It's not right. Hans and I talked about it. If it's no different here, where can we go?
What does Tommy say?
Oh, he's never around anymore. And I told him I don't want to hear gruesome police stories anyway. I hate that new job of his already.
Joe said even he could be sent away. Just because he was a guest lecturer at that stupid young men's business club.
Well, aren't they just kids interested in business careers? I wanted Tommy to go.
2 of the boys got sent away and now the group fell apart.
Is it about being political or being homosexual?
My Joe's not a degenerate, silly. Our Judy's the living proof. It must be something political about those meetings. He doesn't give me details. Remember, Loretta? They sent the prostitutes away a few years ago.
Right, except the senator's mistress.
Exactly. And you know, she still lives in that place with the queer downtown. So they won't all be sent away this time either. Just like before. That's what I told Joe.
Sent away.
Marge, do you remember the Peterson family? They had that boy Dennis in Tommy's class?
Sure. His mother made costumes at the theater.
Right, I forgot about that. Well, whatever happened to Dennis? The family moved away while he was in college.
Had to. Dennis turned out queer. His college in Seattle kicked him out.
Oh my.
They sent him straight to a mental ward. He got the electric shock treatments. Didn't work though. They say the shocks only help some of them. I've read about it. But when he got out, he hung himself.
Oh my heavens!
Such a tragedy.
What about the family?
They'd signed him up for brain surgery, a lobotomy, to cut it out of him. But he ended it before the operation. No, they never came back. How could they?
No. What would they tell people?
I can't watch this happen all over again here.
Relax, Helen. No one is coming to get you or your family unless you're hiding something.
Marge, don't scare her.
And if we disappear, you'll find me in Hollywood. So don't worry about us.
I can't tell Helen that Mr. Denikin was sent away. Uncle Bill says they send all undesirables away. But what makes Mr. Denikin an undesirable?
Okay, Inspector. Take it away.
Watch me, Corporal.
Good evening, Larry. I'm helping Inspector Morley here get the lay of the land, and you know my nephew Tommy.
Yes.
This is business, Larry.
He means that's yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm conducting a background inquiry on a Coast Guard officer. A friend of yours, Gary Owen. You know him?
I know Gary.
You're just observing.
You know Gary Owen, Mr. Fisher?
Well, yeah, Gary and I were roommates for a short time, sir.
We need some background information that might could help your friend.
If it would help, sir.
Got anybody in there with you, Larry?
No, I'm alone, sir. Just watching TV.
Your answers can help with Owen's advancement.
Oh, a promotion. Are you coming in?
We'll stay out here. Be quick like. So you're here by yourself tonight, or do you have a family?
Like I already said, I'm alone, sir. I don't have roommates at the moment.
You aren't married then, Mr. Fisher?
Well, no, sir, I'm not married. Why?
Ever been married?
No, not yet anyway.
You engaged to be married now, Larry? He's alone.
I told you.
He asked you a question.
No, I'm not engaged, sir.
You have a girl?
I'm single, sir.
I've never seen you with a girl.
You ever had a girl?
These are odd questions for Gary's promotion inspector.
Just being sure you're reliable. Seeing if you can help us or not. We know the answers. Have you dated girls or not?
Well, of course I've dated girls.
Ever kissed a girl?
No, not really. How would you know if I've ever kissed a girl?
Never? What do you mean, not really?
I just...
Lots of guys in Juneau never kissed a girl. I've never kissed a girl in my life.
How old are you now, Mr. Fisher?
42, sir.
So, 42 years old, no girlfriend, never kissed a girl. Correct, Mr. Fisher?
Uncle Bill, tell him it's Juneau.
I said hush.
Do I have that right, Mr. Fisher?
Answer the question, Larry.
Yes, I'm not lying. If you already know my answers, why do you need to write it all down?
We'll check your answers at the station with a lie detector test.
A lie detector? To see if I ever kissed a girl?
You have a lot of single guy friends, don't you, Larry?
Well, yes, sir, I'm single, so a lot of my friends are single.
Ever kiss a guy, Larry?
What are you getting at? Sir.
We have to check on everything. Have you ever seen any guys buck naked?
He means without their clothes on, Larry.
Of course. You were in the service, you know yourself, Chief. And here with my housemates.
Wait a minute, Fisher. You said you live alone, so which is it? You have housemates or you live alone?
For the record now, tell the truth.
I'm not lying. As I said, Inspector, I don't have housemates at the moment, but usually I do. I have an ad running and I'll get another one soon.
Some of them shack up with you, do they?
They pay rent, sir.
So, for the record, you run ads to get guys who pay you to live with you. And they see you naked, you see them naked. That's good. Real good.
I told you.
That's what happens when you share a house. Sir, you run into each other.
Don't get sassy now.
Well, this is ridiculous, and it's getting late, Inspector. I have to be up for work in the morning.
We'll stop for tonight and continue tomorrow at our headquarters using our equipment.
No, I'm at the pharmacy 8 to 5.
We'll send someone to your work to pick you up at 5 then.
You're coming to my work?
We have Mr. Ethel Merman back at the station. Says he knows you. We'll be asking you about Ed on the lie detector tomorrow. Pleasant dreams, Larry.
At 5, be ready.
What are you doing? Larry Fisher didn't do anything. What's going on, Uncle Bill?
He's on our list. And what's up with that yo-yo? I never want to see that at work again.
I've known him all my life. There's nothing deviant about him.
He's got to go. We'll let Morley use him for what he needs, and then we'll send him away. That's how it works.
I've never seen you like this before.
Looks like you got a pussy in the family, Chief.
He's right, son.
But he was friends with Dad.
He's a homo. Your dad ignored it.
He didn't do anything wrong.
Homo, pervert, fag, child molester, they're all the same. And careful, it's contagious. Don't they teach you anything?
That's not true.
He's right, son, and public safety's our job.
Plus, they're commies. We've got to get them all.
You do what I say when I tell you.
Looks like you got a live one, Chief.
His mother overprotects him. This job will finally make a man out of him. Hey, I like the lie detector. That's a nice touch. I want to see that.
I'm here to collaborate. Like I said, we make a good team, Chief. In fact, come with me to D.C. I signed up for next spring, Hoover Special Training at FBI headquarters. They'll show us how to get rid of these commie reds.
Open to civilians?
Sure. How else are we going to get them all?
It's brutal what they're doing to Larry. I refuse to go inside, but I'm the one taking him to the ferry when they're done. To protect him. I won't let them get their hands on him. Uncle Bill's in charge of the whole operation. He says in Ketchikan, they're going after girls, too. Dykes, he calls them. Here, he's only going after the guys. But they take their families, too, if they have them. The wives and kids. Put them all on a ferry. Send them down to Seattle. Blue tickets. All the deviants are going, he says. It's in my orientation manual. A new job. My hometown. My uncle. In Webster's, deviant is one who differs from what's normal or acceptable. Where does that put me? Today, I went behind his back and talked to a state official, someone I trust, a local guy. I thought I might get Uncle Bill in trouble, but I'm wrong. Uncle Bill's right.
Tommy, it's better if they're sent away than arrested. Better to avoid jail time and a sex offender record if they get caught. You see, it's against the law.
But they changed the law in Illinois. You helped write our Constitution. You can do something to help change the law here.
It's not the right time. We have to let them go.
It's not fair, and you know it. Being legal in Illinois and illegal in Alaska.
I feel terrible about it too. Knowing what's going on. And letting it happen without doing anything, but all we can do is warn them before they get sent away. That's all you can do too, Tommy.
This is my state government. There's no one on our side. God help us. They do whatever they want with us. You don't even have to have a boyfriend. No one will know what they do, so they can get away with anything.
Have you ever had sex with a child, Larry?
Absolutely not.
He's telling the truth, see?
Have you ever been naked with children?
Only in locker rooms.
Oh. So you go to locker rooms, do you?
I play basketball. You play too, Chief. We both go to locker rooms.
Are there children playing with you naked in the locker room?
Oh, what is this? Half the town plays basketball and we shower together in the locker room.
Are you homosexual?
When I first moved to Juneau in 1992, someone advised me to not say the word gay out loud at a restaurant because people might hear me. And they informed me that there were few gay men left in Juneau because they had been sent away back in the 60s. That sparked my curiosity, and I asked people all these years what they knew and experienced in Juneau in the 60s and what happened when gay men were sent away. I learned that some people didn't know about it and it was done secretly, and that other people knew lots of details because they had personal friends and people they interacted with who suddenly disappeared, and that people eventually figured out what was going on. They missed friends, fathers of friends, teacher, hairdresser, department store, men's clothing salesman, legislator, business owner, all kinds of people disappearing one by one overnight. The stories came from various perspectives, from men and women of all ages, some during intermission at the symphony or other art events, some over tea or dinner at their homes. I talked to one man who was so upset after a Coast Guard plainclothes investigator interrogated him on a lie detector that he wrote a verbatim account that evening and shared it with me over 30 years later, saying he had never shared it with anyone before. Others referred to what the police and their vigilantes did to remove gay men they knew from Juneau. A police officer in Ketchikan was too upset by incidences that occurred there, interrogating and removing presumed lesbians, to share specific details, but did share the standard police orientation manual where they offered a section on how to pick out a homosexual. A prominent elected official in Southeast Alaska told me he gave up an elected post to move up to Anchorage where he could be more anonymous and invisible before he was found out and removed. A native elder from the Lakota reservation said it was acceptable to live as a gay couple when she was growing up in South Dakota. One woman said after she graduated Northwestern outside Chicago and got her first job as a parole officer in Juneau in the 60s, she was surprised her job included daily updates about which gay men had been sent away the night before and what names were added to the interrogation list. She said they never would have gotten away with that back in Chicago, but me being new to her job, she just listened without questioning. My adoptive mother told me that it would have been very unacceptable to be gay in the Tlingit community because it was already unacceptable if like married like, raven marrying raven, or eagle marrying eagle. When people shared their stories, they also shared their dismay and feelings of helplessness in that they hadn't stepped forward and interrupted it. One high school student said his best friend disappeared with his family and came back years later to a high school reunion and told his friend and family had been put on a ferry because his dad was gay and none of them got to say goodbye. One student was on the playground when a dad came to kiss his daughter goodbye because he was being sent away that day. Several Tlingit families with gay children said they accepted their children and continued to include them in all their family events because family was more important than anything. A state official said he felt the best he could do back then was warn his gay friends about the secret purge so people could get away and escape interrogation or worse. Once our premiere was in production, another wave of people began contacting me to share their stories, and the stories have not stopped coming my way. Someone in the public city sauna said the play reminded him of riding the bus down Main Street with his dad and seeing a group congregated around the hair salon. And he asked his dad what was going on. "They're sending the queers away," was the reply. Once I collected over 50 fragments, some referring back and corroborating other stories, I wrote the play. I created fictional characters and plots to link their stories together. This is how Blue Ticket happened and came to me, a treasure chest of stories. Since the Juno premiere at the grocery store or on the street, people stop me and thank me for telling the Blue Ticket stories, and they add what they know, much of which are stories rising from them talking about the Blue Tickets since seeing the play. People call me from all over the country, eager to share their stories, and I'm happy to be the keeper of the treasure chest. I hope this video reaches people who were blue ticketed because I would love to hear your personal stories. Many people today don't realize that we still don't have equal LGBTQ rights in the United States and in many nations. Each night at performances, men and women greeted me with tears. They were so touched. I encourage you to keep sharing the stories out loud and bring inclusion of gay history and gay rights to life. I invite you to step forward, contact your community leaders and national legislators in favor of equal protection under the law for LGBTQ people to help end discrimination. Blue Ticket is a full-length 2-act play, and the script and rights for production are available at blueticketak@gmail.com or through our Facebook Blue Ticket page. My novel, a historical fiction version, will be released in the future, but for your next installment of What Happens Next in Blue Ticket, the scene that follows the ones you just watched is my contribution to the Title Echoes publication 2020, and that publication is available for purchase on the UAS Title Echoes launch webpage now. I am humbled and grateful as the Southeast Alaska Writer of the Year. Thank you, and thank you for spreading the word about Blue Tickets.